So today I'm going to give you some news, things you need to know as a nail tech accepting cash, if you're accepting PayPal, Cab, Venmo, any one of these third-party payment systems. If you are using this just like I am, this is what you need to listen to, because this is very important and this is going to affect your taxes. Okay, now when you're a independent contractor or entrepreneur, you should already be paying your taxes, but sometimes when you're not making that much money, I guess sometimes you just don't pay it, right? So this is the new rule, and it starts at $600. Now that's not a lot. I mean, you can make $600 easy depending on the kind of business you're in. Before, I know the threshold was a lot higher. Before, these third-party payment systems would send you some kind of tax form, but there are changes and you need to know, so stay tuned, and I'll try my best to go through it step by step so you understand exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're doing hair, if you're doing nails, then this is important to you and this is something you need to know. So go ahead and subscribe below and watch this until the end. Okay, and welcome back to my channel again, Jules Nail. Okay, so let's get into it. So this article that I'm reading is actually from Megan Henney of Fox Business. So it says Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App to report payments of $600 or more to the IRS this year. What to know? So let's get into it. So it states here that millions of small businesses are going to be subjected to this new rule. So it says millions of small business owners who rely on payment apps like Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App could be subject to a new tax law that just took effect in January. Okay, so this is brand new. All right, so just listen. So it says beginning this year, third-party payment processors will be required to report a user's business transaction. Yeah, that means you and me, or transaction. Okay, we are the user. To the IRS if they exceed $600 for the year. So if you exceed more than $600, then they're going to report you to the IRS. Before, the threshold was a lot higher, and it was more expanded, but now $600, that's a measly $600. Okay, so you need to know this, especially if you're making money doing hair or nails. Now it says the payment apps were previously required to send users a form 1099-K. Now, if you're not making a certain amount, then these payment platforms would not send you a 1099-K. All right, but moving forward, they're going to send you a 1099-K this year. So look out for those 1099-Ks if you've been making money. So I'm looking for mine. All right, so let's move on. So it says if their gross income exceeds $20,000 or they have 200 separate transactions within a calendar year. All right, so that 1099-K, if you exceeded $20,000 or you had more than 200 separate transactions within a calendar year, then it was required by law that these payment systems like PayPal and Venmo should say, should send you a 1099-K, right? So I didn't receive any because, anyways, let's move on. So if you wasn't making that kind of money, depending or making that many transactions, then this would not apply to you previously, but now it does. So pay attention, subscribe below, okay, and like this video. Now what they're also saying is that this new rule, it applies to payments received for goods and services transactions, meaning they're able to send a loved one a gift, pay your roommate rent, or reimburse a friend for dinner will be excluded. So if you're paying your roommate rent, or you send a gift, or you reimburse a friend for dinner, okay, so if I go out to eat, that's excluded. All right, so make sure whenever you use these payment platforms, sometimes you could go ahead and you could put like what the payment's for, if it's for nails, if it's for hair, if it's for food, if it's for dinner, if it's for rent. Make sure you put a note what the transaction is for, just in case you have to exclude execute the transaction. So in your case, you can remember, because sometimes you get payments and you don't remember what this payment is for. So it's a good idea if you use these payment platforms to put exactly what this money is for, what this money you're receiving is for, and what this money you're sending it is for. That's a good idea and a good way to keep some kind of record. Now, this also states the exclusion for anyone who receives money from selling a personal item at a loss. For example, if you purchased a couch for $300 and sold it for $250, the amount is not taxable because you would have lost $50. Okay, so that right there would also be excluded. Now, if you bought the couch for $300 and you sold it for $400, then that sounds like ching ching, you got to pay something. Now, to be frank, business owners were already subjected to paying taxes, but they want to find out how much money are you getting in this Cash App, this PayPal. Yes, they want to go deep down in your pockets and they want to know. Okay, so they have scaled it down to $600. So be mindful of using Cash App and these payment systems if you have not been paying your taxes. Okay, so this goes for the people who get cash all day. When I say cash all day, I mean you're not getting checks, but you know, I'm talking about payment systems, okay? To and from, all right? So, in conclusion to this, just keep in mind that this is a new rule and it is in effect. So, comment below and tell me what you think about this $600. You liked it the way it was before, where you could just send your money freely and pay that little percentage, or now that you really have to take into consideration they are looking at you through a microscope. So now, that is it for nail techs, hairdressers. Thank you for watching my channel at Jules Nails, and don't forget to watch my other videos where I show you how to do the foil nails. Thank you.